Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tyler Healy. I'm here today with one of my good friends, King Sully, also known as Pat Sullivan. He's a longtime musician of the area. He's actually one of the first musicians that gave me an opportunity to play a gig where I was singing at. I was very nervous for that, but he's a good friend of mine, and he's going to be a part of our event on March 16th at the Bangor Elks Lodge. So, Pat, glad to have you here.
Hey, Tyler.
So, I want to let everybody know basically what kind of music you're going to be playing and maybe some of your musical influences.
Well, as I was growing up, my musical influences were like James Taylor, Jim Croce, not a whole lot of country. I kind of got into that a little bit later on in life, but it was mostly easy listening.
Easy listening music?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so what are you going to be playing at the event? You're going to do acoustic and singing?
Yes.
Yep. So I know you basically, in our musical area, you're one of those long-standing musicians. Can you tell me a little bit about your musical history?
Well, I started playing when I was young. I played drums when I was 15, 16 years old. I was in a garage band.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. That kind of petered out, but life took different turns and twists, and I ended up not doing anything with music for about 28 years.
Yeah.
And then I started a band called Second Chance. That's what's on the hat here.
Okay.
This is my tribute to them.
Yep.
Two of them have passed away.
Okay.
And got into that band, and then I met Richard Carter, and things just sort of, he supported me in everything that I was doing, and I ended up getting a lot more confidence and getting into it. And
Sure. So he got you back into music.
kinda, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, he did.
No, that's awesome that you got back into it. It's a shame that there was like a 28 period that you didn't, play, but at least you got back into it, and that's the
Yes,
most
I
important
did.
thing.
Yeah.
So you actually started off playing drums.
I did.
That's interesting. That's a pretty interesting thing. When did you start playing guitar?
I started playing guitars after my drums were stolen.
Oh, really? They got stolen from you. Okay.
Yeah.
So your drums got stolen and you picked up a guitar?
I figured I could keep an eye on the guitar.
Yeah. Well, I guess props to the person, you know what I mean, that was like, took your drums. That's the hardest thing to steal. I feel like that would be the hardest thing that is to steal.
Well, I ended up renting them to him because I wasn't using them.
Oh.
And he took them, and he never gave me any money. He just took them.
Well, I'd say it worked out in a good way because I've seen you play, I've seen you sing. You're a fantastic musician,
Oh, thank
and
you.
Like I said, I remember way back when you gave me my first opportunity. Me and your relative Zach Fowler gave us a chance to go play at your parties that you were putting on.
Yeah.
And for everybody who's not aware, these parties are awesome. He has like a full-on stage, and there was people there. And for me, it was the first time that there was any sort of audience that I was going to be singing at, an event. Mostly I just played guitar. So, you gave me one of my first opportunities. I remember being nervous, so nervous, sitting on a truck bed thinking, I think we could still get out of here before we have to go on and play. But no.
I knew you were going to do well. I could tell.
No, I appreciate that. That was awesome. But I was nervous on that. I'll tell you, I couldn't believe how nervous. But it went well, and the people liked it, and that was good.
It went really well, yeah.
So, Second Chance. So was that the band that you played in the most?
Yes.
That was, yeah.
Second Chance, we were together for about 7 years.
7 years,
Yeah.
yep. And I think you guys played at the parties, right? With Second Chance, did you?
We used to go and play.
You used to go and play, yeah, because
at the jams.
Yep,
and-
at the jams.
But we mostly did private parties.
Private parties?
Yeah, we didn't like playing in bars, and we didn't like playing in clubs or anything like that. We kind of formed a niche with private parties.
Yep.
And we was playing anywhere between 10 and 15 private parties every summer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then we take the winter and put together more music.
Sure. No, that sounds like a really good way to do it.
Yeah.
And the private parties around here are a lot of fun. You know?
A lot of fun.
Yep. And it's crazy, too. When I first started seeing some of these events, these are like full-on, like people have full-on stages. I would think people... I've played a couple private parties where you're just playing out on a yard or something like that. Like you go to some of these private parties, it's like a full music festival, basically. There's
That's
bands all day.
Yeah.
There's a ton of people there. There's like sometimes huge event tents and stuff like that.
Don't forget the food.
Don't forget the food.
Don't
Yeah.
forget the food.
Don't forget the food. Yep. At our event, are you going to be playing originals? Or are you going to be doing covers or a mix of the both? Or
I've got about 40 or 50 songs to pick from, and
okay,
some of them will be originals. Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my good friend, Mr. King Sully. He's going to be playing at our event on March 16th. You can get your tickets online at Eventbrite, or you can buy a wristband at the door, which will get you free entry into the event. It's going to be 7 to 11 p.m. at the Bangor Elks Lodge event hall. This is open to the public, and it's a 21-plus event, and we hope to see you there. And King Sully, thank you so much for being a part of the event.
No problem.
I really appreciate that.
Come and have a good time.
Yes, come and have a good time.
Come and have fun is what it's all about.